educate and I empower others to truly just take control of their lives, starting with their credit. So if there's credit issues, there's credit repair and restoration, then we have credit building, and then we have a segment where we just learn to leverage, right? So with credit and wealth and investing and protection, those are all things that are essential in actually living in a truly abundant life, right? You can't really run a business unless you understand the dynamics of credit and how powerful it is for you to have that substantial foundation underneath you. So I'm teaching people, and people that don't know, because no one had a Credit 101 class in high school. I mean, at least I did. So I go out and I educate people on those things that they just didn't get told. Everyone wasn't told how to do this. So every day I'm out there in the world just empowering and educating. And that's what I like to do. How do I get into this line of work? So basically, honestly, having the heart and compassion for others, right? So in my life, I had an opportunity to really obtain wealth at one time in my life, and I was running my own business, and I was living the life that I always desired, and the home I desired, and the cars I wanted. And then one day, my whole life, my just entire life imploded. And I was walking around naked. I often tell people, because it's funny to them, but I tell them, some people say they lost their shirt. No, I lost everything. When I say everything, I mean shoes, shirt, pants. I was standing in my world as I knew it, completely naked. I had to rebuild myself. I was like, what am I going to do? One day I'm living this life that I've always dreamed of, and the next day I had absolutely nothing. So it was a total empowering, humbling moment where I had to learn how to grasp myself where I am and empower myself to get to the other side. So when you go through something like that and you learn to empower yourself, you just want to give that back, right? Because I was standing in my whole world naked, and what I left out, the main thing is I had 2 little children going with me. And so everything I knew in my life had basically disappeared. And so now I have this heart and passion to teach people how to do the very same thing, how to basically restore themselves financially, restore themselves emotionally, restore themselves in a manner in which they can actually get to the other side, right? So we all need to get to the other side. And it's one of those things where you're like often embarrassed because you're like, wow, I went through this. But why be embarrassed? Like, we just need to move forward. Okay, it happened. We're going to learn the lessons and we're going to keep going. And I'm here to empower people to do that. I want to educate them and give them the tools and show them that they don't have to do this by themselves, right? Because if I would have had what I have now, what I know now, back then, it would have been a shorter learning curve, and I would have gotten to where I am today so much faster. So what I have to offer people today just expedites the whole process, and we get a chance to get forward, like thrusted forward into the life you truly desire. You want to own a home? Why not? You want to have a business? How come you don't have a business? Let's get you where you want to be. And that's what I do every single day. That's what makes me happy. So what do I like most about what I do? Honestly, it's when I'm having that moment where I get that text message in the middle of the day where they say, oh my gosh, Tasha, I had 10 things deleted from my credit report, or my score is up 150 points, or I just got pre-approved for the home. Those things just absolutely excite me. So that's probably the best part, is seeing other people win. It's just something about that dynamic. I was taught that if you help other people have what they want in life, you'll always have what you want. If you eliminate other people's worries, your worries magically disappear. And it's something about that energy and that knowing for me that I'm just always out there trying to get the person to the next level. And so when I get that text, sometimes people will call me and they're just elated. And it just fills me up with joy to see people win. And otherwise, outside of that, just working with dynamic people. I have so many energetic, high energy people that I attract to me that want to be a part of what I'm doing. And how can I not have those type of people around me, people who want to serve and people that want to grow? So it just excites me. I don't know what else I could tell you could be a bigger gift to me than just seeing other people actually win. So what have I learned, in this process, in this work that I do? What have I learned in my own personal setbacks? Really honestly is I've learned how to really gauge into faith. I've learned about resilience. I've learned about taking a step back and a deep breath about how life actually unfolds, I've learned how to really manifest what it is that I want. That's powerful in itself. And I love teaching other people how to do that, how to manifest what it is they truly want, no matter how it looks. Right down today has nothing to do with how it can be, right? So in this work that I do every day, I just learned that life it's life. I mean, we have a journey to get to. It's not all about the destination. It's totally about the journey. And I just really, in everything that I've done, I would want to say again, it's resilience and faith. I just learned that you have to have that resilience to keep going and have that faith in the things that you cannot see, right? Know that it's going to be okay, that the answer's on its way. So when you know that the answer's on its way, when it comes, don't be surprised. So that's basically it. If I could do anything now, I would travel nationwide and find any and every platform to educate and empower others on all the concepts, the power of credit, the power of leverage, wealth building, any platform I could get on and get my voice to be heard. That's what I would be doing, because I just want to breathe life into situations that feel so much like death. And when we lose our footing, when we lose our financial situation, when we're filing bankruptcy or in foreclosure, or we have these hard things that happen in our life, maybe you went through a divorce, you're not the only one. So if I could get around people and explain to them, right, this is just a restart, and show them how to restart. Like I said before, I just want to see people win. So if I could do that every single day of my life, that's what I would do. So if I had to give advice to an entrepreneur just starting out, I would tell them, one, this is not for the weak and the weary, right? So if you want to be an entrepreneur, you've got to up your game. You have to level up. It's not a matter of, okay, I'm just going to hang my shingle. Oh, I don't like working at a job, so I'm going to be an entrepreneur. That's not what it takes. What it takes to be an entrepreneur, it requires grit and grind. It is hard work, right? But it's your work, and you own your freedom, and you own your time, right? And there's no leverage or ceiling on how high you can go. You can go as high as you choose to go. But I would tell you to set yourself up with multiple streams of income. If you're an entrepreneur, you don't have traditional retirement. You don't have traditional medical care where they're matching you. So your income almost has to be double or 3 times what you would get if you were to sit behind that desk. So I'm telling you right now, as an entrepreneur, you need to find something that's going to give you residual income. If you're not making money while you sleep, you're missing out, right? Because while you're out doing that thing, if you're self-employed and if you're not working, you're not getting paid, right? You need to be on the other side of the quadrant, and I'll share that at another time, but you have to be making money in your sleep. You have to figure out how you can do your passion and still have money working for you, not you working for money. That's my biggest set of advice. Make sure that your credit is in point, that you have substantial savings in the bank, so that if things don't go just as you plan, you're not scrapping and God forbid having to get another 9-to-5 job. And I tell people a lot of times, as an entrepreneur, everybody, average person that works, their fear is what? Losing their job. As an entrepreneur, our fear is having to get one. So listen to me. Take notes, all right? Take notes.